Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you for being with me here today. I have posted a recent video, a short video of my two loudspeakers, the Magico Q7 MK2 and the Sonus Faber SE17. And essentially, I was just showing you the differences, aesthetically speaking, between both loudspeakers. And of course, many of you keep asking me, like, which one do I like better? Which one is better? Is it worth the asking price? Tell us which one you prefer, Jay. Today, I am not going to select the speaker that I prefer because, quite frankly, I own both. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. But what I want to do is simply talk to you a little bit about the Q7 MK2 and my Sonus Faber SE17 and why I feel they might be two of the most special loudspeakers to ever enter the lab. Welcome back, everyone. Please support the channel by subscribing and liking my videos. I am bringing you insanity at all times. Griffin Apex Monos, Sim Audio 888s, Magico Q7 MK2, Sonus Faber SE17, CH Precision L10 preamplifier. I got the esoteric top-of-the-line K1XSE Super Audio CD player with the external power supply as well as their matching clock. If you're looking for top-end, high-end audio components, please visit my website, jaysaudiolab.com. I always have new stuff. Occasionally, you might see on the news feed of YouTube some of the offerings that are arriving. Oftentimes, these are not listed on my site, but I provide you with a link where you can inquire about the product that I'm listing. Visit my website if you are looking for more ultra high-end audio components. All right, so let's get back to these two magnificent loudspeakers, the Q7 MK2 and my Sonus Faber SE17. The Magico Q7 MK2 that you see here, it's a speaker that I have wanted for a very long time. This speaker is 750 pounds. It's very difficult to move this huge speaker, okay? But I will be honest, when I saw it for the first time over at the Magico factory tour, I was taken aback by the sheer size, the construction, the industrial look that this speaker has. Never heard it, couldn't hear it at the factory, so I had no choice but to buy it and hear it in my lab. However, that did come with a little bit of nervousness. Why? Because I was afraid of the speaker being too revealing, too honest, ruthless, and analytical, cold, sterile, you know, all those traits. Well, I'm here to tell you that the Q7 is absolutely nothing like that. The Q7, to me, happens to be perhaps the easiest speaker to listen to from Magico that I have ever owned. Oh yeah, I did not stutter. I'm telling you, from every single Magico speaker that I've owned, the Q7 to me has been a blank sheet of paper. I dare to say, hopefully I don't get killed for this, I dare to say that the M series Magico is a little bit colored, but not really colored because no Magico speaker is colored. But I'm saying it feels a little colored in comparison to the Q7. The Q7 is a canvas, empty canvas that you draw on. It is very neutral, very true to the associated components that you're using. However, the Q7 is unfortunately not a speaker for those of you with average budgets when it comes to electronics. Gotta say it, gotta be honest about this. If you're seeing a pair of these on the used market right now for, I don't know, a fraction of the price, and you're thinking that leaves me money to buy a pair of $40,000 Luxman 900U or M10Xs, or maybe a pair of Sim Audios, I don't know, 861s and whatnot. Oh no, sir. you're in the wrong. You are looking at the wrong loudspeaker. This is not that type of speaker. This speaker deserves premium fuel only. If you can, buy race gas for it. This is what this speaker is. But let me tell you something. When you strap it down with these electronics, what you hear will blow your senses. It will pin you to your chair. It will engage and excite all of you. This speaker completely pays off spending money on. It will pay dividends. Any change, any outlet, any cable, they will let you hear it. And I'm a sucker for that type of loudspeaker. I don't want cream in my coffee. I don't want ketchup on my fries. I want to taste them the way they come, the way they are. And that's what this speaker is. So if you're looking for the utmost transparency, clarity, definition, resolution, bass, attack, dynamics, as long as you have the associated gear, this is it. Without any reservations, I'm telling you right now, this is as good as it gets. I would have zero problems, zero, keeping this for the rest of my life. I don't care how many other speakers are released. This is special. One hell of a loudspeaker. And no, I don't work for Magico. No, they don't send me a paycheck. Yes, I do email with a lone wolf. Yes, I give a lone wolf crap here and there. I do, okay? But he knows I mean well, okay? He knows it's coming from a good place. A part of me wishes that they had released a Q7 MK3. However, a lone wolf said to me that the replacement of the Q7 MK2 is the M7 at $375,000, $229 all the way to $375,000. So we're talking approximately $130,000 were needed to outdo what this speaker does. Now, with that said, let's move over to the Sonus Faber SE17. This speaker weighs approximately 650 pounds, so it is 100 pounds lighter than my Q7 MK2. Of course, you see the gorgeous finish, wood finish. It has some neat things that I'm going to show you right now. As you can see, it does have all these adjustments on the back that allow the speaker to really be fine-tuned to any listening environment. You have soundstage depth. You have the soundstage azimuth, which is essentially the pivoting of this built-in rear-mounted bookshelf speaker. And you have the deep low level, or essentially an adjustment for the bass of this loudspeaker. So if you're finding this speaker, let's say too bass heavy, all you gotta do is fine-tune it using this knob up here that you see on your screen right now. So you have a lot more flexibility. You also have the ability to tri-amplify this speaker in order to give this speaker everything you've got. When I bi-amplified it with the Macintosh 901 monos, I was blown away by what I heard. This speaker is the speaker that you want to bi-amplify if you can afford it. It will really open up far more dimensions, windows, walls will come down. I mean, it'll do so many things that very few speakers can do. The musicality, of course, remains unrivaled in my opinion with this loudspeaker. This speaker is musical by nature. You don't have to do much to make it very, very engaging. Can you make it analytical? Of course. If you start putting the wrong electronics, you can make the speaker unpleasant. But why do that? It's a very efficient speaker, although it is not as efficient as the Magico Q7. This is 93 dB efficient. This, however, does one thing that this speaker doesn't do, and that is the low registers are present when you're listening at low volume levels. You turn your volume up, and if there is bass in the song, you hear it. It's present. With this speaker, not so much. You got to give it more volume. You got to crank it up for the bass to come alive. Okay, but if you put them both at, let's say, 85 dBs average volume levels, both of them are going to give you phenomenal bass. It just depends on the room and the associated components. You're not going to lack bass from either one of these. Again, unless you're listening at low volumes, this puppy right here might present some challenges. You might need some subs to give you that low-end rumble that we want to have at low volume levels. You're not going to need that with the Sonus Faber SE17. What doesn't the Sonus Faber SE17, in my opinion, do that this speaker does? I will tell you what that is. It doesn't have the speed of the Q7. It doesn't have this immediacy, race car-like feel to the music. This thing will engage your senses, will want to make you put your seatbelt on. This is the feel that you get with the Q7. This speaker is more about waiting for you to come home from work, pour yourself a glass of wine, and listen to music with your spouse, your significant other, on a beautiful candlelit dinner. This is the speaker for that. This speaker will make you feel like it's part of the conversation, part of your dinner, part of the experience. It really has to do entirely with the person that you are. Let me explain. Let me give you an analogy. If you are a person that enjoys documentaries where you see murders and there is no censorship and you see all the blood and guts on that documentary, this is your speaker, because you are that type of audiophile that wants to hear the truth. You don't want any censorship. You don't want to see the PG rated version. You want to see the rated R version, right? This would be the rated R version of the music right here. But if you want something like a Netflix documentary where they censor a lot of things, still giving you the message, still getting to the point, still delivering the intent of the documentary, which is to inform you without necessarily being too blunt with you, this is your speaker. This speaker would be more like a rated PG-13 type of presentation. It is still going to tell you what's going on, but it will not be as brutal as this one will be. So ultimately, you can't go wrong choosing this one or this one. It really has to do with you, the person that you are. What are you trying to do with your listening sessions? Are you trying to get nothing but facts? Right here. Are you trying to simply come home after a long day from work and, you know what? I want to just chill out. My wife is waiting for me. My husband is waiting for me. My spouse. And I just want to be chill. I don't want to be analyzing nothing. I've already analyzed a lot of things at work. I don't want to do nothing else but enjoy the music for what it is without doing some sort of a MRI on the presentation. This is your speaker. I personally, if you're asking me, I love both. I love both. When I put this puppy front and center, I am taken aback by the speed, the resolution, oh my God. This is like that fighter jet on the movie Top Gun. This is what this is. You're not gonna be able to sit there for more than 30 minutes before you're passed out or puke, right? But you're gonna be in for an adrenaline rush. This is it. But once I put the Sonus Fabers back in place, I'm reminded why this is special. Can't have enough of both. I wish I could keep both of them, but unfortunately, that is something that I have no space for. If I had a bigger listening room, perhaps someday I move into a larger area, different state, if you will, and I end up building a bigger room than this, my dream would be nothing else than to have these on one end of the room with their electronics and these on the other end of the room with their electronics, and have the best of both worlds. Ultimately, remember, this hobby is subjective. All this narrative that this sucks, that sucks, that this is aluminum, this has no soul, that this is too sweet or doesn't have the bass or the speed, those are a matter of opinions. Very few people, though, very few people can give you the qualified opinion that I can give you. A lot of the punks on forums love to talk about me, love to critique me, love to have the experience that I have, but I give it by owning all of this. The feedback I just gave you comes from me sitting in that chair, right behind this camera, and listening to these, waking up with these two boys every single day. It doesn't come by me reading stupid magazines or reading, stupid comments on forums that ultimately lead to nothing but confusion. Remember that. I leave you with this question though. Has any of you gone from a Sonus Faber to a Magico or from a Magico to a Sonus Faber? Let me know what your findings were. Let me know which speaker you would prefer over these two in the comments section. I want you all to beat it up in the comments section, very politely though. Be nice, give me your opinion, your feedback. Which one would you rather own and why? Give me a reason why. I'll talk to you soon and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching me. Peace.